Hey everyone, welcome back to Attacking Third. US 2-0 win over Colombia. They go in at the break up a goal, Sandra, and they come out in the second half. And before you know it, we're getting another goal by the US. Ali Sentnor in the 60th minute. Holy cow. I can't say another word. What a goal.
I love to see it. It's one thing when you're talking about the future and all of what's to come. And then there's another thing watching it just happen in front of your eyes. What an incredible goal by Sentnor. What a mature class goal by Sentnor. To just recognize all of that open space and say, you know what? How dare you? And just let it rip. They didn't believe she had it in her. And then she went and she made that goal. Absolutely nailed it. And it looks easy. It looks effortless, but it's not. You have to be accurate. You have to have the right timing. You have to have a specific amount of power behind that shot. And this is a young player that people are very, very high, and we're all high on as well. And I think could be in the category of player that you don't want to maybe rush too soon, right? She's amongst that category of player. But you see a goal like this and the presence of mind that it takes to nail that, you can't help but just tip your hat to it and say, well done. Well done, Ali Sentnor. Maybe it's a bit of a you've arrived kind of goal, because coming off of the year that she had with her appearances with youth national teams in the World Cup, and now slowly kind of integrating her way into senior national team camps. We've heard MLA say there are some who are ready now and some who will be ready later. And these moments are going to come few and far in between. They're going to catch up really, really quickly. Before we know it, we're going to be talking about the 2027 World Cup in 2027. But for now, these are the moments. These are the receipts that we get to put pins in and say, just maybe this is the start of it.
Anyone that wasn't watching the NWSL last year is shocked by that goal from Ali Sentnor in her third cap with the US. But guys, that's her bread and butter. The scoring of goals is exactly what she does and what she did all last year at Utah.
I remember us having this conversation though during the regular season of big fat question mark. What if Ali Sentnor was surrounded by better players? And I almost feel like the more we see her with this US national team, we might get that answer. Because if this is how she's going to start her debut, what's more? What's next? How does she develop? How does she become this permanent fixture on this side? Like I underestimated her. I didn't expect her to pop off with a banger at range today, to go 3v1, never mind 1v1, and just navigate her way effortlessly, especially after the start to this game. But she did it, and I apologize. That's all.
I have to say, Christine, I thought you were gonna say it doesn't matter if she has better players around her, because that's what I was thinking. It literally does not matter. I mean, let's be real. She carried the Royals last year.
She did. And why I say that, Darian, is because I just wonder if she doesn't feel that extreme responsibility to perform for everyone. Maybe she plays more freely. Maybe we get to see sides of her we haven't.
Well, she doesn't have to.
Oh yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I just think this is what she's been doing. I mean, popping into a pocket. If she gets her speed going forward, she's only 5'3". She has a great center of gravity. Those players are the most annoying to play against because you can't throw them off. She turns, she chops, she puts it on her right foot, and you just know she had the form, she had the technique, she had the proper power. Everything fell into place. But I'm excited for this because looking at how she can make something out of literally nothing. Anybody else could have gotten a pass like that in the pocket. They're not going to take that shot. She has the audacity to do what no one else is going to do, which is, hey, there's no pressure on me. I got nothing to lose. Watch me do this and put it away. A screamer like that at that young age, her third cap, the future is scary for her. And I wonder if that's going to maybe change. Can she pop into a 10 position? Can she pop into really being a 9 where she has the freedom to really roam wherever she wants to go? Because if you have a weapon like that, where you actually don't have to build up too much to get the ball to her, that's a whole other level to the U.S. attack.
Did Sentnor take one of Triple Espresso's spots?
Nah. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
You need a little bit more little more time up there in order to
Yeah.
say
Maybe
that.
if she would have gotten the brace today, maybe if she
It's an incredible
And then it's
goal.
turning into a day, so I don't know.
Incredible goal against a very good team. That's why I said it's the beginning of something. I don't know if it's quite that just yet.
Guys, we also got to see Catarina Macario back in action. There's a lot of talk about her, where she was going to play, what was going to happen, how many minutes she was going to get. What'd you see from her? What'd you see? Where was she on the pitch? What do you think was her direction from Emma Hayes in order to execute as many minutes as we saw from Catarina Macario? Because she played up until, what was it, the 65th minute of this match?
Lisa, why don't you give us your take? What did you see? Because
About
I think we
Kat?
all had her at the 9, right?
I think we all had her at the 9 going into it. I really liked how deep she dropped. Catarina Macario was finding herself really low on the pitch, interchanging with Lindsay Heaps, who was stretching a little bit higher, but finding herself on the ball in deep pockets with pressure around her. And then there's always an outlet of Lily Johannes underneath of her. Lily Johannes made herself available for everyone. But Macario did a really good job of finding the ball and then creating for herself, for the people around her, for players wide, whether she was floating out there. It is just something I've missed. I've really missed watching Macario play and play with so much confidence and swagger and understanding, even without knowing all the different people around her. I mean, think of her and Ali Sentnor. They've played for a couple of days together in camp. That's it. And then they go out and do this. Like, that's crazy to think about that. The partnership is there. So we got to see Kat through 64 minutes, Catarina Macario, and then we got to see some subs come in. Michelle Cooper made her U.S. women's national team debut, and Lynn Biandolo, formerly Lynn Williams, came on for Yasmin Ryan and Catarina Macario. And then we also got some more subs in the 76th minute. Giselle Thompson becoming the 14th player to earn her first cap under Emma Hayes, coming on for Jenna Nightswanger. Corbin Albert on for Sam Coffey, and Jaden Shaw on for Ali Sentnor. Changes, Darian, that we got to see, and different personnel. What'd you make of it all?
It was tough. It's how I looked at the start of the game. I thought, oh, the chemistry is gonna take a minute, especially when you're a late sub coming into this match against a physical team. It's gonna take a minute to adjust. I did think Michelle Cooper looked good. She was shooting her shot. She was gonna get into the attack. She was gonna send crosses in. She looked hungry to try to get into the 18. I'm excited. I hope, based on Emma Hayes, we don't know what the hell she's gonna do. I think Michelle Cooper may start against Australia, and I think that would be a really good opportunity to turn them around. I know we're getting to that later, but for me, one of the standout substitutions came in was definitely Cooper. Seeing Biandolo back in there with a new last name. I wanted her to get on the score sheet, but it looked good, and I think that that's kind of an inkling of maybe the combination we'll see in the next matches, all those players that came in late in the game.
Yeah, I think for some of the subs, maybe it might have been, you never want to think that 15 minutes isn't enough time, but it just sort of felt like at that point in the game, even with what Colombia was kind of putting together and giving as well, it was a different type of game, I think, in that final 15 minutes. But I think I'm in agreement in that Michelle Cooper kind of showed the most promise there. And listen, you can never count out Lynn Biandolo and just who she is and what she brings to a game. And I'm hopeful that maybe it's a glimpse of what we could see, in a future game. And she believes that if these are the pairings that are coming in at those hour marks or the 75-minute marks, that maybe that will build into more extensive minutes. I'm just eager to see more from Michelle Cooper and this sort of setup that we got to see tonight. What does that look like maybe against a Matilda side where maybe they might be a little bit more open-ended, because I'm sure Australia is going to want to have a better performance than they did on day one of She Believes. But hopefully this is, again, just the beginning of what we'll see in this tournament.
I want to give a quick little shout out because we didn't mention her, but I think Yasmin Ryan had a great game. I think
Absolutely.
She looked confident. She looked how she plays with Gotham. She was going at players. She was taking shots from range. With Lisa, we interviewed her. We know she has that in her bag. It's going to come at some point. Yeah, it's going to come at some point, but I want to give a shout out to her because I think we saw a lot of growth from
she was a part of both goals.
Yeah,
she was tonight.
goals.
Mhm.
The assist to Catarina Macario, and then the pass, one of the build-up passes.
Mhm.
But to Ali Sentnor, that one came from Tara McKeown, center back,
Yeah.
assisting. Let's
Debut.
go. US, they get a 2-0 win over Colombia for the United States to open their She Believes Cup tournament play.